Welcome back to another market open. Wow. Robinhood secretly files for IPO yesterday, and in the middle of the night yesterday, or at least it felt like the middle of the night yesterday, Tesla decides, you know what? Just going to start now accepting Bitcoin payments. It's kind of exciting. It's like the world is evolving. Bitcoin shot up on that news, by the way. I mean, Bitcoin has kind of been a little tentative over the last, little bit here, and Bitcoin shot up on that. It's at $57,000 right now. It was like straight up, which it's kind of was trending down, so maybe now it'll trend up, which is nice. But anyway, let's take a look at what's going on in the stock market pre-market. Stock pre-market? Yeah, we'll go with that. So we got GameStop down 12.5%. Really think the CEO screwed up. I mean, they should have talked so hardcore about like how great it is of everything that's happening, maybe acknowledged how much society loves them now, other than calling his customers obsessed, and talked about the, like how they're going to transform a little bit. And I touched on that yesterday, but just the call sucked. The earnings call, it is. Anyway, GameStop down 13%, down to 158. MP Materials down again. Look at that. It was down 18%, down again 5%. And they smashed earnings, went up, and then raised a bunch of money. And the stock market, not very happy. Matterport's a bargain for you. It's on sale at $14.33. It's incredible. We've got API, backbone of Clubhouse. This one, like, we need more people going on Clubhouse, and maybe it'll do well. Maybe Elon needs to go on Clubhouse again. Maybe that's what's missing here. But actually, once we get past this, not a terrible amount of red today relative to, just everything else doing okay today. You've got AT&T, Tattooed, Slack, Facebook, Fisker, Pfizer, these guys up a little bit, 0.25% to a bit, or to 0.5% rather. And the biggest runner here, look at this, SOS. Getting ready for a run here on the day. We'll see what happens. This was mostly a pre-market boom here. But Intel's at $666, $66.60. We got BNGOs up here after good earnings. They were okay earnings, but I think the vision, the forecast was more exciting than the actual earnings. In other words, what was said was more exciting than the actual earnings. Steel Dynamics, United Airlines up 2% here. SunPower up 2.5%. Upstart, here we go with the Upstart run again. One sell-off, back to green. Churchill Capital is up a little bit today. Nowhere near, the stocks that are up today are up nowhere near to the sell-off that we had yesterday. Let's get the opening bell.
And watch at home.
About 10 cents away, or
so
10
that's
seconds.
the
Here we
real
go.
Competition. We all got the big screen TVs.
We do.
I'll take that 70-inch screen home if someone doesn't clean up our hall.
Yeah, we got a bunch of TVs around this place. It's kind of not unexpected. By the way, WandaVision, I don't know if you watched it. It was great.
WandaVision?
Yeah.
I'm watching
that show on Disney
now.
Plus.
Yeah. Catching up.
Really enjoyed it. All right, we're going to tell you who was doing the ringing here at the big board. DigitalOcean celebrating its IPO today. We're going to speak with the CEO. It's a cloud computing company.
Well, that's a lot more green than what we've seen in, I feel like the last couple of days. Certainly yesterday. So I'll take it. I'll take some more green. We could use it. It's been too long. It's been too long. People fussing around. Weenie babying around. And look, it's one thing to, let's see here. Okay. Okay, I'm not muted, right? Good. But yeah, it's one thing to express concerns. It's another thing to do what the weenie babies do and sell out all the freaking time. It's the worst is when it's like selling out when things are going down. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we've got an okay start there at Intel. Okay start at Carnival, actually. Nice bounce there on Carnival. That's a nice big green candlestick here at Carnival. SOS is got some selling pressure. Carnival, that's a move right here. Carnival's moving today. Yeah, now up 4 1/3 here. Norwegian. Okay, looks like Travel's gonna run today. Spirit, Norwegian, Dave and Buster's. All these guys that sold off yesterday because, well, why not? Are doing very, very well. Tech is, even though Tech sold off a bunch with these stocks yesterday, Tech's just not coming back. Where's Tech? Okay, here's Churchill Capital with the big old red candlesticks, but still green by about 1% here. We've got Lemonade, great company, $96. Also got a red candle over here. Let's see, Lowe's, Twitter, Purple, Twilio, all these guys. I mean, barely up, barely green. Tesla's barely green. But again, well, as I was going to say, I'd rather take some green, and here we go with all the red candlesticks. Yeah. Oh, no. Somebody in the comments, look how below for Tesla stock. Oh, no. 0.25% off shift. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, so what's going on? Are we going to go in that trending down direction again here? So I feel like we've had this open before. Okay, GameStop's actually going green candle here. Still down 11%. Etsy, red candlesticking. Wayfair, red candlesticking. These guys were up really decently yesterday. Although I think they closed flat, but they were up decently yesterday during the day. Neo, look at this. I mean, just well below 45. We're going to look back one day and go, dang, we had a long opportunity to buy Neo at 45. Hopefully we didn't squander it. Okay, actually, some more things have turned red here. See, like Tattooed Chef, Dropbox. These guys I shouted out as having been green a little bit. And they are now red a little bit. Dropbox, not much. 0.4%, both of them. Walmart, Virgin Galactic, Blink, all trending down a little bit. C3AI. C3AI is just not getting a break. Stock that is well below its IPO price now. Let's see how much below. I think it's like $20 below. So it's at 70. It's at basically $70 now, flat. And if I zoom out on this thing back to IPO day, we get a close of 99.38, a high of 115. Whew. So we're definitely C3AI has definitely not been one of the IPOs you wanted to get into. So that's the problem with IPOs. You know, the problem with IPOs is it could go in either direction. It's so tough while we wait for the market to determine what's the value here. Airbnb, it never revisited its IPO price. Bumble did, Affirm did, Roblox did for a little bit, C3AI did. In fact, I wonder how Roblox is doing right now. Sometimes it just has to do with the peak hype, and peak media attention. But we haven't even seen much talk about Roblox since they IPO'd. But they are still above IPO price. All right, let's take a peek here. What do we got going on the Jim Cramer?
The deal that Marvell finished. I thought that was amazing that Marvell got that.
And the Chinese approved it.
Wasn't that incredible?
Yeah, the Chinese antitrust regulators approve it. I think the special meeting's on the 15th of April, so it'll close fairly soon. Stock is up 7%. Symbol there is IPHI. Pretty big deal for Marvell. And again, it's that China approval, Jim.
Are they saying it weird? Marvell?
Because it was not expected.
It's a double L. I thought they were talking about Marvel, like the superheroes.
Still waiting on one that
maybe with the double L.
Time on. We know this is an important component of M&A, getting that China approval. You can go through any number of names where it's an important part of the process, and there's still questions. So this one is interesting.
Yes.
Is it a one-off? Is it sort of, hey, or does it mean something?
No, it's not one-off because Marvell Technology is a leader in 5G. And of course, the United States has been very, very tough on China 5G.
I wonder how much these guys get paid. No, it's I'm sure they don't. You know, it's jaded to say, oh, the companies are like, please pitch us on your show.
For home. Biden saber rattling for home. But the fact that they let this deal through, David, I think is significant when it comes to geopolitical discussions. It should have been turned down. Under President Trump, this would have been turned down.
You think so?
Absolutely. I know so.
Then it is going to be taken, generally speaking, as a positive by those who are pursuing deals that will require Chinese approval. But
all right. Okay. Well, I don't know anything about this company. No, I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's just Marvell Tech. Okay, what's going on over here? Vacation privacy concerns, really? Oh, it's just gonna play music for us. Just get us demonetized. See, they're setting landmines for us. That's what they're doing. All right.
That's very interesting for a company that's incredibly conservative. So joining us now on a CBC exclusive is the chairman and CEO of Adobe. That's Shantanu Narayan, who is a titan. Shantanu, congratulations on just a monster quarter. You really blew out the numbers.
Adobe. Okay. All right. Let's jump for a moment. I want to see the yields. We'll come back. We'll come back to see what's going on over here. Let's go take a look at our charts over here. So we got some important things to look at. We got to look at the 10, the 5, the VIX. Get back to the sticks. We need to make a song out of that. That way we know exactly what the pattern is. Oh, look at that 10-year climbing a little bit here. Fell to wow, look at that. It fell to 1.59. Where was yesterday? Yesterday's end was, where is it? 24 is right here. Okay, so this right here is where the day started today. So today, it's been straight up, but it's been straight up from about 1.59 on the 10-year to a 1.64. We were actually down yesterday, pretty much straight down yesterday from 1.68-ish all the way down to roughly that 1.59 figure. So we're still not as high as really we were midday yesterday on the 10-year. Let's take a peek at the 5-year. All right, 5-year line chart and 3-day. That's what we care about. Also ticking up slightly following that same kind of pattern. Sell off on the yield portion and now sort of doing a little bit of a rally here again. Okay, so we'll see if that ends up adding in pressure. Let's look at the VIX. Hop on into the VIX line chart. What we got on the VIX? We have 20.27. Okay. Let's see how that looks in the last 3 days. So we hit 18 on Monday. Then yesterday, we hit a high of, looks like a high of about 21.5. Now we are back. Still not under 20, though, on the volatility index. Okie dokie. How is that going to translate to our sticks? Well, it's obviously going to make Playboy go up because Playboy is now up 9.8% on the day here out of nowhere. Steelcase is up a little bit again, even though they sold off yesterday after earnings. These are the recently viewed here. Let's see what else is recently viewed. Oh, let's just sort. So okay, Eyes down 15%. GameStop down 13%. Tried to recover. It really tried to be someone. MP Materials down again. CTRM down again. Etsy, down 3%. Our good old Etsy. It's one of my favorite little babies. Love that stock. Arc FinTech down about 1%. Tesla, look at the red on Tesla. Just straight down this morning. It's so sad. How far is it gonna go? That's it's always the thing. Oh man. It's always the thing. How far is it gonna go? You know, you want to buy the dip, but the dip keeps giving. Now it's important to still buy, but not quite yet. We'll wait a little bit. We'll wait for the numbers to get real juicy again. I'm stocking up. I've already been wiring over here, so I could actually. First of all, I needed to make it so I could buy again on Webull. Webull's like, Kevin, you're out of money. Oh, that didn't make me very excited about Webull. It's like, come on, Webull. How could you let this happen? Anyway, Macy's, Dave & Buster's, 5 to 6%. Express, Carnival, 5%. Nordic American Tankers, Pops, 4%. American Spirit, 4%. Cheesecake, almost 4%. USO is up 3.5%. Delta, Gap, Win. This is a recovery stock day. Tech's just always getting left behind now. It's like my favorite sector, getting left behind. It's like, isn't there a rule? Like no child left behind? Like, come on. pick these guys up already. Tesla. Yeah, see, Tesla just keeps going. Poor eyes. My portfolio was tied into that stock. At least crypto is doing it. Oh. Unfortunately, you're all in on eyes. I hope you got some ears too. We'll see what ears is doing. See, at least ears is up 0.25%. That's not going to help you offset eyes though. Well. Okay. Oh, they're talking about NFTs. Hold on.
Market and the enthusiasm that those private companies are meeting in the SPAC world, has that precluded your ability to actually perhaps buy companies you otherwise might have, given their valuations are soaring?
That's true. You go SPAC, all of a sudden the valuation. See, we were thinking Discord was going to SPAC. And then Microsoft's like, hey, we'll pay you $10 billion. It's like, well, Discord could literally be like, hey, well, we could just SPAC and get 20.
Companies. And I think the really good companies, there'll always be a market for them. There'll always be the appropriate valuation.
Wow. Somebody says, Peter the Bitcoin King. You've even branded your name after it. Well, you got to be a bull when you're changing your name to Bitcoin. My 100% Bitcoin portfolio is looking good. Wow. And I'm impressed.
So we just acquired Workfront, which is in marketing workflow.
All right, they're just talking about some mergers and acquisitions here. M&A. Too tired. I need something to wake me up. And it needs to be more than coffee, okay? Because yesterday, it was a late night. Very late night.
Okay. Jeff Hoffman joins us this morning. He's our travel guy, and he's with us today. Jeff,
Powell.
Are we going to need a vaccine passport before we can travel internationally?
Stop with the vaccine stuff. Like, at least tie this into we think the stock's going to do well. I mean, maybe they put them up here
for the obvious reason. That's where the money is. America needs its doors open again and people traveling. And right now there is a requirement for testing, even if you have a vaccination. And so there's a working group pushing the Biden administration to say, let's change the regulations. So if you're vaccinated, you're exempt from testing requirements so we can reopen international travel.
I did not know that. And that's actually, I don't know. I think that's weird. Really? You're going to make everybody get tested even if you have the vaccine? I mean, that seems like a disincentive to get the vaccine. And
today putting out a very, very clear apology saying that it's a U-turn on the German policy, but also fearing perhaps social backlash, that hard lockdown.
I don't get it. I don't get it. The level of news today is negative.
Job to create standards, but there's going to be confusion. I show up at the airport and I have Stu Safe, your health certificate, and the TSA person says, I don't know if this is a real app or a real health certificate. So we are going to need a digital passport, but it's not going to work until we have a standard so that at the airport.
You know what we need? We need a blockchain passport. That's what we need. Anybody could just scan your QR code. Just put it on your forehead. Scan your QR code. It's like, oh, you were vaccinated on that day. You got your second dose on that day. That your passport looks good. Oh, and that's what you've been spending your money on. Or at least your Bitcoin. Okay. All right. Well, the suits are being a little boring here. The media suits. I don't know. Do we lump them together? The media suits and the fun suits? I kind of feel like they're all collectively the suits, just together. They don't have a level. They don't have level 99 fire making. Let's go. All right. Powell and 50. Oh, yeah. People keep talking about Powell. I got this Powell countdown going on here. Hold on a sec. Let's see what's going on with Powie. Mr. J. Powell. He actually said that he tries to get people to call him Jay. So I guess calling him J. Powell is not an insult. I mean, he wants to be called Jay. No, I am not doing this garbage again. It was so bad, the Senate panel. I mean, maybe the way we do it is we peek in on it. Just kind of we peek on Fox and CNBC. But yesterday's hearing was so horribly boring. I'm still upset about it. Janet Yellen and Powell testify on the economy and CARES Act before the Senate Banking Committee. Okay, well, they're away from Maxine Waters today. Not saying that's a good or bad thing. We're not here to get political. I'm just making a statement. She runs the panel, okay? And today, instead of talking at the House, they're going to the Senate side. Okay, so who's on the Senate banking panel? That's what you got to find out. Like, then you know if it's going to be entertaining or not. You know, like I don't know. I guess I shouldn't mention names. Sherrod Brown, Pat Toomey. Here we go. Shelby, Scott, Rounds, Tillis, Loomis, Moore, Kramer, Twins, Ossoff, Cinema, Smith, Elizabeth Warren. Okay, out of all of these, maybe Elizabeth Warren will create some entertainment. Like, out of all of these, that's the one that I would probably listen to just because it'll be very entertaining. I'm pretty sure I have a good feeling. I'm going to make a bet right now, okay? Elizabeth Warren, Jay Powell, Janet Yellen, don't you think it's time for a wealth tax? I'm sorry. I feel like that's the only thing she's been talking about. Or at least that's the only thing the media has been covering for lately. But anyway, what is this? Square, Tesla, Apple, Airbnb, and Churchill Capital all down 0.5%. You know, Enphase down 1.2. Can we just get a break already? Oh, maybe I shouldn't be complaining for a break when GameStop's down 18%. Oh man, gotta type F for that one. Whoo! Man, that's not good. Let's look at the short interest at GameStop. Oh man, if I pull this up again, I'm gonna get a million asks. I think the worst part about pulling up the short interest data is telling some people that I have to stop. I think that's probably the worst part. Anyway, let's pull up the apps. All right. Sorry, somebody says Neo dropped under 40. Hi Weenie Baby. Yeah, is this freaking the Weenie Babies are such oh well. You know, this is a time for us to balance our portfolio. Let's just sell everything and sit around here and do nothing. You know, we'll put our money into shorting the bond market. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll short the bond market. Weenie Babies. It's nuts. It doesn't end. But anyway, I want to pull up the short interest on GameStop because I think like today's going to be more interesting. Yesterday we had earnings coming up, so maybe we won't see it move much. But 14.4, it did go down again. We were kind of at the bottom here. 14.25 was the bottom. So that was the bottom of the Weenie Baby short interest stock here. You know, that's what we should call it. We should call it the Weenie Baby stock. I mean, I like the company, although they did send me like 27 emails to pay them. I did finally pay them, but like they just need to give me a chance. Okay, in fairness, they'd been asking for like 3 weeks, but it was an excessive amount of emails. Kathy Wood says she has no second thoughts. You know, like everybody tries to trip her up, and you got to give her credit. She's just like people will be like, "Hey, your stock's down, like X. Like, when are you gonna change your opinion and start being a Weenie Baby?" She's like, "Yeah, no, we're buying Tesla because it's a good deal." I mean, like, credit where credit is due. Like, it's great. It's really good. So what do we got over here? The most, is that prescient? Is that how I say that? I don't think I've ever read that word in my life. Yo, Alexa, define prescient. Like, notable? Where's it just didn't want to talk to me today. Prescient. Having or showing knowledge of events before they take place. Okay. They're the most, what they're calling are like a fortune teller. The most prescient investor of, but in the past, okay, gotcha, of 2020 is besieged with a rat-a-tat headlines or with rat-a-tat headlines reporting. Who writes this? Okay, whatever. But a chorus of questions about the risks, liquidity, capacity are and the very promise of her approach, okay, have done nothing to dent her confidence. Well, yeah, she's always been consistent. I mean, this is a very bizarre read, I have to say. Geez, man, this guy wants to write novels, which, hey, I mean, like, it's probably great. I wasn't going to read the whole thing anyway, even if you wrote normal English, but, okay. Oh, look, we could just have the testimony up in real time and get the cliff notes. See, Yellen and Powell yesterday were repeatedly asked about stimulus packages already passed. Who saw that? There was a part yesterday where literally Janet Yellen was summarizing what's in the stimulus package to Congress, which is the same stimulus package that Congress passed. Like, that right there was the moment of peak stupidity. Not of Yellen, of the process. Okay, I don't want to call Janet Yellen stupid because I do respect them. But of the process, like, really? Like, there should be a rule. Please do not summarize the bills that we've already passed. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't think Janet Yellen suggesting, oh, we'll work on easing the $10,000 SALT tax reduction is actually something that she even thought about twice after yesterday. It sounded a little bit more like a blow off than something that she'll actually circle back on. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll keep the little live blog open and we'll see what happens. So that'll be good. We'll have that open as well. Okay. How crappy are the sticks going right now? Oh, we can quickly look 10-year to do 1.64, 0.82 for the 5, and VIX is under 20 now. So volatility and it's actually declining slightly here. So GameStop 18.6, Fisker, Xpeng, Open Door. What else do we have? Oh, wow. Etsy 4.5%. What frickin' happened here? What is this garbage? What's my forecast for Shift? Somebody says moon. Duh. Like 40. People might laugh over Shift, but that's coming one day. A little 10% here or there. We don't care. That thing is so undervalued. And the CEO is straight shooter, the co-CEO we talked to. Just give it to us straight, and he did. It was great. You know? Gave us a very fair, balanced view. All right. What else is going on here? I mean, honestly, the stuff that's green here, I feel like, is Dave & Buster kind of giving it up here? Yeah. Dave & Buster's is giving it up. Carnival's giving it up a little. Express is giving it up. Macy's is giving it. None of them can keep it up today. This is very frustrating. American Airlines, Boeing. Yeah. No, just a disaster. What's going on over here? The GameStop thing now under it hit 145 there and bounced off 145 for a second. Costs, MP Materials. Ooh, MP Materials are 5%. Quantum down. Where's Fastly Fisker? Wow, Fisker at 18 again. Zoom, Peloton. Hey, those guys were up briefly yesterday. Actually, for a good part of the morning, part of the day, they were up. But yeah, this looks like a very bizarre way to have opened the market here. It's just a continuation of yesterday, where we open and then it's just like, ooh. It's pretty bad. I can't believe Dropbox is at $27. That's kooky to me. It's high, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. There's a little acquisition, and people got excited about them. I still think Dropbox itself needs to be acquired, integrated. Like, what if Microsoft bought Dropbox? I don't think they will. But anyway. Tesla just hit a bottom here. Bouncing off a bottom. We're bouncing off 655 roughly. And we are now at 655. So we actually bounced off 652. Oops. Misread that one. Oh well. GameStop still bouncing off bottom here. And Dave & Buster's down. Okay, let's look at top news here. Let's see what's going on. And I think what the Senate hearing starts in 4 minutes, but that is not going to be our primary focus, for sure. We have the Cliff Notes live blog up. Let's see what else is going on here. Stocks rise ahead of bond auctions. Yeah, they should revise that to U.S. stocks fall ahead of bond auctions. Because I don't know what's green right now. And whatever's green, it's not much. Biden's likely tax wins are personal rate hikes. Audits of rich. Ah, okay. What about capital gains? Key takeaway from a survey of 15 current and former White House and congressional aides specializing in tax policy completed by Bloomberg this month. Okay. The tax on unrealized capital gains was deemed impossible. Well, that's good. That's very good. So no tax on unrealized capital gains. That would be like stocks that have gone to the moon for you in your portfolio and you haven't sold. Like, that'd be insane if they made you pay taxes on that, because that would literally mean you would have to sell some to pay taxes on it. But then if you sell some to have the money to pay taxes on it, would that be the same lot? Or would then you be incurring more taxes? I don't know. President Joe Biden is planning for what would amount to the biggest set of tax increases since '93 to help pay for infrastructure, clean energy, and social initiatives. Okay. Tax the rich and corporations more. Strong consensus. Corporate tax hike likely to be a key component of the Biden plan. Well, that's not exactly good for the stock market either. Family tax credits. Expansion of tax credits for families. Oh, well, that's good. IRS audits. So the biggest thing was they all agreed on, and this got 45 points, family tax credits. Next, IRS audits. Next, individual income tax going up. Next, the corporate tax rate. Then more taxes on estates. A Made America credit. Then overhauling the SALT tax deduction. Oh, so maybe that's already in talks. Minimum tax on foreign income. Capital gains tax was next. Itemized deductions. Limit itemized tax breaks. Geez, I mean, there are a lot of changes. Minimum tax on profits at companies like Amazon, Netflix, and Zoom. Even though they lose money, technically. Pay or make very little. Payroll tax on high earners. Wealth tax light. Elizabeth Warren's. And more forecast pending. Wow. Like 12 different things. Okay. 30 seconds away from that panel beginning. Let's go back to sticks. Let's see. Still bouncing a little bit here. Like Dave & Buster's. Carnival. Had a little bit of a bounce here in the last 3 minutes. Not seeing a lot of red. Okay. With the exception of up here, if I go to the red section, that's where you get the House of Pain. Okay. Yeah. Is this the intro to it?
And either you have a response.
Oh no, they're just doing Q&A. All right. Let's jump back over here. See what we got. Squawk. Yeah, beautiful. You guys got
Squawk in the Street. I'm David Faber with Morgan Brennan. Carl has the morning off. Let's give you a check on the markets. A half hour into trading, you can see we're up on the S&P and the Dow, but the NASDAQ, which is, run into some headwinds of late, is down about 0.4%. We're watching Capitol Hill this morning. Fed Chair Jay Powell and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will be facing questions from the Senate Banking Committee this hour. It's their second day of testimony on the U.S. economic recovery, of course, from the COVID-19 pandemic. The main message from yesterday's testimony, the economy is well positioned to bounce back, but it will take time. With Chair Powell saying, quote, the recovery has progressed more quickly than generally expected, in large part due to significant fiscal and monetary policy.
In other words, the same script he's been reading forever. Okay, it looks like we got more red coming here. Wow. Neo, under $40. Why? Etsy, down 3.5%. Microvision, MP Materials. Jeez, this is just gotten to the level of entertainment now. Seeing how much red there is. Yep.
The House of Pain.
Woo! Churchill Capital down almost 2% here. Arc FinTech, Arc Genomics, these guys are down. Enphase, Arc Innovative Fund down. Let's get the all over here. Oh, there we go. We got even more over here. Xpeng down 6.5%. Look at the straight down arrow. What is that? Come on. Straight down. Unreal. Weenie babies. MP Materials down. Fastly, $67. Oh, remember when this thing was like 120 and like everybody, every single day, Kevin, what do you think about Fastly? Oh my gosh. Like that was like the meme stock before there were meme stocks. It's half off now. C3 AI. I mean, this has got to be all-time lows here. I don't know. Are we at an all-time low on C3 relative to where we had crashed to the other day? I think so. Oh my gosh. C3 AI. Yeah. C3 AI has just been straight into the gutter. Yeah. This makes me want to go back to sleep. Like wake me up in a couple months. This is interesting. I mean, hey, but Express is up 8%. Yeah, that's good. You know, the airlines are back a little bit. Oh, and 3%. I mean, that's nice. I'll take 3%. Hey, look, Shift is up 1%. There you go. If you want something that basically just rubber bands above and below 850 and never goes anywhere, even though you hope it will one day, Shift Technologies is for you.
Bye.
That was a little delayed, but it worked. I think. I don't know. Okay. Alrighty then. QuantumScape's down as well. Zoom's down almost 4%. DoorDash is down. Oh, DoorDash. What did they IPO for? So they got to be down. Oh, they are. Whoa. DoorDash hit a high of 195 on IPO day, closed for 182. Folks, it's at 126. Oh my gosh. I mean, this has just been like the slaughtering of IPOs and valuations. Woo! Palantir. I hope you got a second job so you could get some money and go make some money. Oh, which is the perfect opportunity to remind you that this coupon code officially expires Friday and the price goes up. So take a look at the programs down below on Building Your Wealth. Use that coupon code HODL. We'll rebuild how you think about money. We'll change it. We'll change you. And it will turn you into a bull. But a safe bull at that. Because you could get on the horse race. Hey, get Kevin Stockwell horses with the link below. Okay. Where were we? I don't know where we were. Here, let's listen to this person. How about that?
To the height of this pickup in economic growth, I actually think you may have to see some cuts to earnings estimates if the dollar continues its ascent, because the weakness in the dollar was a significant support for this turn back up in earnings. So I think that does represent a little bit of a risk to 2021 earnings if we continue to see this rebound.
Lizanne, you mentioned the lack of sort of, in your opinion, at least seeing the systemic inflation that we saw in the 70s and early 80s. So I wonder why. What is the difference now? What potentially could change your opinion?
I think it's slack in the labor market. It's the wage price spiral aspect of what we saw in the 70s and 80s, and a much more direct Phillips curve kind of relationship that we're seeing.
Wrong.
It doesn't mean
it's J-Pow.
So the seeds for that, to the extent we see a significant drop in the unemployment rate. But of course, we don't know whether there's a secular shift in whether the Phillips curve has worked, because we were down at a sub 4% unemployment rate in the more recent expansion, and it didn't cause a pickup in inflation. But I think that's at least a necessary ingredient to generate that more systemic kind of inflation.
Yeah, and on the market itself, we are.
We got a little bit of a bounce though, which makes the day a little less bad. Tesla has continued to go up after it hit that 652 figure. I don't know. I'm nervous, guys. Guys and gals, I'm nervous.
Your income and child tax credit to put money directly in the pockets of workers to help.
I reclaim my time. Okay, where were we? Enphase, 154. Yeah, also kind of a little bit of a rebound here. That's good. All right, we got GameStop 15%. Okay. CTRM about 6%. These guys are pretty beat up today. Neo's bouncing along the bottom. It's like somebody, threw the anchor of Neo out and it's just like bloop, 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 along the bottom while we're still trying to drive. It hasn't gotten caught on a hook yet, or like a rock, not a hook. Why would there be a hook at the bottom of the ocean? I don't know. Hasn't gotten hooked on a hook rock. That's it. Rock hook. Teladoc also bouncing off. Let's see how this one, Teladoc. Let's go back here. Okay, yeah, this one's consistently been growing. This one also did not recently IPO. It's been in the markets for a while. Very nice. Teladoc down 2.3%. ARK FinTech. Let's see. Alibaba. All the ARKs down 1.5%. Pretty sure the ARKs were down a good chunk yesterday. Actually, they were. Let's look at what the flows were. Everybody wants to know what the flow is. Okay. Let's see. Hey, don't make me do it again. Okay. Don't make me do it a third time. Okay. Flow. There we go. Here we go. And that's not a horrible outflow, honestly. They did have an outflow, as usual, because people always sell when the market's going down, because that's logical. And no, it's stupid. Don't do that. Don't sell when the market's going down. Down about 48.7 billion in outflows yesterday. But the day before, they brought in 137. So obviously, it's been a little bit of a volatile period of time. I always think it's funny. It's like, why when it's red are there outflows? Like, if people weren't emotional, they'd be bringing money in, not out. Playboy at 5.19%. Transform up 12%. They were up on, weren't they on like Mad Money yesterday? I don't know. I don't remember. Let's just look at the Cliff Notes version really quick of what's going on in the hearing. See, look, we can put the hearing on to feel like we're actually listening to it. But instead, here's how wealth has changed. Okay, the bottom 50%. Oh, wait, you can't see it. There we go. 2020 gains for wealth. The bottom 20% has gained this much wealth. Bottom 50%, rather. Next 40%. Next 9%. Top 1%. Okay. So really, as long as you were in like the top 40%, your wealth went up substantially. If you're in the bottom 50%, you did not. And if you are between the bottom 50%, oh, well, this says next 40%. Okay. So if you are above 50%, that's where the wealth gains came from. Okay, Brown says, see, look, we just get Cliff Notes. Brown says we can't go back to the way things were before the pandemic, citing income inequality. Shots in people's arms. Brown nods to the stock market's expressive gains over the year. Have you not tuned in for a live stream the last few days? Apparently not. We'll have hugs and barbecues and birthday celebrations this summer. Okay. Well, hopefully. All right. Yeah. I actually. Oh, ranking member Pat Toomey is up now. I kind of like this. Yeah. Says he won't run for re-election. Like, I don't care. Really don't care. But I'm glad I didn't have to listen to a 5-minute tenure introduction. Wow. Here goes Upstart again. Oh my goodness. This is just the market. This right here is Upstart being the one trader stock. The one trader stock that I feel like everybody's in right now. Because that's a big move right there. All right. Especially on after a day like yesterday where it was down a big chunk. After skyrocketing. I can't believe it's going back to skyrocketing. Great company. I mean, the pricing now makes me nervous, but
yeah, I guess just looking at PPP and what that's meant for the small businesses that have been able to access that funding versus some of the reports we're getting that there are something like hundreds of thousands of small businesses that still had to close their doors in the midst of this pandemic. When we get past this, we're on the other side of the pandemic, and we're truly in this reopen economy. What do you expect to see in terms of that small business landscape? And I ask that in part because obviously small businesses are such a generator of new jobs.
Yeah.
Correct. But if we just take a couple of industries and have a little deeper dive on the perspective from restaurants to travel and leisure to industries that really are tremendously affected by the closures that we've had and the restrictions that we've had really across the U.S., you can definitely see as we begin to reopen, not only because of stimulus, but because we get to the other end of the science on this and more people are vaccinated and the economies really begin to open up, I really think you're going to see a flood of investment, not only back into new businesses, but back into existing businesses as well. It just feels like there's a lot of pent-up demand out there once we get to the other side of this, hopefully in a couple months.
Pent-up demand? Yeah? Well, we'll see. All right. Let's keep going here. Yeah, there goes Upstart again. I mean, it's been really incredible watching this stock move just out of nowhere. Boom. Just some big buy orders coming in here. Really, really incredible. Okay. We want to play kind of back to where it was. It did have a little bit of a short sell-off period there. Dave & Buster's, almost 6%. Carnival Cruise Lines, 5.1-ish. United States Airline, United States Oil, and United Airlines. Jeez, man. The coffee's got to kick in. 3.5%. JP Morgan, GM, Lowe's, all these guys kind of, modestly up. Pinterest is pretty flat. Really, the losers today, well, I mean, it's being led down by GameStop, although they did bounce off the bottom here. Oh, Peloton. Peloton trending down to lows of the day. Neo, about to cross the line we have drawn here. I don't even remember when we drew that line. I was about to cross the line that we drew. And we don't like people going through our barriers unless it's up. Like, we'll take up. But, yeah, no. Down? No. Matterport's down 3%. DocuSign's down 3%. Oh, DocuSign's almost under 200. Oh, that's exciting. As a buy, not exciting for hold purposes. For hold purposes, it's actually kind of depressing. All right. What else? Let's see here. Oh. There's Yellen. Unmute. Are they frozen? This is like yesterday. They're just staring at each other. Like, I'm pretty sure I turned the volume on. This is hilarious. No, I can't hear him. I'm pretty sure I got the volume on. They have no idea what's going on. This is priceless. I feel bad, but I also think, like, they did. Can I do like a dress rehearsal?
Mr. Chairman, if you've got a technical problem here, would you like for me to kick this over to our witnesses and then get back to you? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, then in that case, until we can resolve this technical difficulty, I will.
Wait, Chairman Powell? All he has to do is unmute. He double clicks every time. He double clicks. God. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they say that in the live blog. They do. Little communication snafu here. It appears Brown is muted, and then 1 minute later, still silent. Toomey says, I do worry the Fed may be behind the curve when inflation picks up. I mean, I'd like to hear their response to that.
10 million jobs from its pre-pandemic peak. When Congress passed the CARES and Consolidated Appropriations Acts last year, it gave the federal government some powerful tools to address the crisis. But upon taking office, I worried they weren't powerful enough. after.
Okay, well, she's just reading her statement here. So let's look at for a brief moment here. And I'll keep an eye here if we see like Powie come up. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just switch to the parts where like Janet's not reading and to the parts where Jerome's talking. Although in fairness, Jerome's got see, I literally said we've heard this before. Come on, folks. You know I listen to this stuff. And look at this top memo here on the live blog. Yellen's testimony is nearly identical to her statement yesterday. Yeah, exactly. Because it is. Oh gosh, this is so stupid. It's so dumb. Why did they put him through it twice? Why don't they just like consolidate their questions? Like, here, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, you guys read the questions. Here are the questions we have. Put them together so that way we don't ask the same questions 5 times and actually be productive for once. But no, they all got to individually ask the same questions because they're all not listening to each other because it's so boring. McConnell says he hasn't spoken to Biden since inauguration. Wow, that's crazy. I wonder if anybody's tried calling the other. Yeah. Retailers, landlords clash over what counts as a pandemic-era sale. Oh, for like percentage of rent purposes. Or percentage of sales as a way to get rent. I'm pretty sure that's what that's going to be referencing. The GameStop tumbles on profit, disappointment, possible share sale. Yeah. Suez Canal stays blocked despite efforts to free grounded ship. Ooh. 10-cent earnings. Engine may withstand. Okay. Yeah. Prices climb, but recovery is different from 2010. Wow. Let's see what they say here. What's this? PMIs were slightly below expectations for manufacturing, but still broadly in line with both manufacturing and services nudging up from Feb levels. The price index on composite hit a 62.4, another fresh all-time high in the admittedly short history of the survey. Okay, so what's different? I don't really care. All right, what else? Let's go to the second page of news here. Tesla accepts Bitcoin. Yep, we saw that. Vaccine passports are coming. Oh, look. Main Street investors are now able to co-fund their own SPAC. For the first time, you can be part of making a SPAC. Oh my gosh, dub the People's SPAC. That's it. It's worse than NFTs. We can now SPAC. Oh, dear. All right. Yeah. 1.63 on the 10-year, 0.82 on the 5. Volatility is just under 20, although we got a lot of red. Let's see if Janet's still saying the same thing.
It's more than $30 billion to help renters and homeowners at risk of losing their homes. And we're making sure that assistance flows as efficiently as possible.
It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Meanwhile, stock market's selling off while the while Congress does nothing. We're over here
House of Pain.
In the House of Pain. Ay. Okay, so it's the dip that keeps on dipping. GameStop down 18%, cost down 10%. Xpeng, oh man, straight down. Finally, just hit a potential bottom at 33 at 7.6% here. AMC, Fisker, Peloton, big ouchies here. Canoe's even down 5% today. Neo's down in the 38 range. Etsy's going to cross 200. CRISPR's down to 121. Lemonade's almost back into the 80s. Upwork is just being Upwork. Or should we call it downwork? I don't know. Hyliion, GoPro, Twilio. Where's Tesla? Like, Square. Ooh, Square at 216. Beyond Meat's heading towards my 120. My 120 figure. It always does. And then that makes you wonder, well, then why buy it? It'll just go back to 120 again in the future. I don't know. Matterport down to like 14.5. PayPal down to 239. Roblox 66.8. Where's Tesla? Tattooed Chef is under 20. There's Tesla. Back to 652. So back to bottoms in the day. Okay, here we go. It's on that trajectory to get within 10% of the last bounce or bottom. See JPow.
Approval. Congress provided by far the fastest and largest response to any post-war economic.
Oh, I've never heard of that statement before. Read more, JPow.
Businesses, healthcare providers, and state and local governments. This historically important legislation provided critical support in our nation's hour of need. As the virus.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I gotta change the title. Market open. Market. What should we make the title today? We'll community survey here. Market open. Maybe just like why bother? Why bother? Just keep it closed. That's what we'll make it. Market open. Why bother? Just keep it closed.
Sell.
Oh, it's endless. It's kind of what it feels like. Okay. With the exception of Upstart. Upstart's up. Yeah. Upstart's up. Dave and Buster's 6%. Really? You gonna rub it in like that? Do something else today. Market open. PayPal by the. Sold a lot of stocks when a stripper told me she started investing. This was before the drop, and now I'm 50% cash. Well, there you go. That's awesome. Good timing. That is not why I sold. Okay, I promise, Lauren. If you're watching, I did not sell on February 16th, the day before, because of that. Okay. Anyway, moving on now. Carnival is off its highs for the day. It is now down, or it's still up. It's at 4%. But yeah, let's see what else here. Win. Okay. So some stability still in the recovery sector here. What's the live blog say? Jerome Powell saying, "Here's a link to Jay Powell's testimony." You know it's bad when they just provide a link to what he's reading. They're like, we're not even going to bother summarizing it. Just here's what he's saying. Hey, tell me if this sounds familiar. Thank you for the opportunity to discuss the measures we have taken to address hardship wrought by the pandemic. Starting with my time in Bulgaria. Oh, it's the same thing over and over and over again. Oh, dear. Oh, my goodness. All right. I mean, there is at least still green over here. It's just not in tech. Not in tech at all. All right. Let's see here. Okay, what else? What else do we have here? Well, we got red. We got Xpeng's heading towards 8% down. Why are the Chinese manufacturers all of a sudden just getting beat up? Is it because of Biden and why China is so far ahead of U.S. electric vehicle production? Oh, that makes sense. They say there's an article from CNBC talking about why China is ahead and the Chinese automakers just sell off. Totally makes sense to me. China wants to dominate. It has invested $60 billion to support the EV industry by pushing its ambitious plan to transition all electric vehicles or hybrids by 2035. Tesla entered the market at 2019 and has seen rapid growth. Signs the U.S. is getting more serious about electric. President Biden announced a goal to reach zero net emissions by 2050. Yeah, and then promptly allowed the USPS to give a contract for new vehicles to Oshkosh, which is probably just going to make a bunch of gas cars. Yeah, don't worry. Politics is working fine. Everything is fine, folks. Just buy.
Buy.
Okay. Powell reiterates he's going to keep his support in place. More than 90 mil of the $1,400 stimulus payments had been sent out as of last week. Okay. I really hope they mean more than 90 billion. because I'm pretty sure 90 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 ain't that much. That's 64,000 checks. Bro, we need like 80 million people to get the checks. So I'm pretty sure they're off by like a factor of 3 here. And if I add that in, that'd be about 64 million. That sounds more right. I really hope more than 90 million has been sent out. It would not make sense otherwise. Okay. So I'm going to assume that's what they mean. Bloomberg, fix your crap. Get it together. Million and billion sound similar. I get it. Okay. Let's go back to charts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bouncing off 33.12 for Xpeng. We've got, let's see. I mean, is there any entertainment? Oh, no. Oh, come on. Come on. I can't go to CNBC. Look, I had C-SPAN up. I go to CNBC to get something different, and this is what I get.
People who are in danger of losing their homes, food assistance.
We've heard the same thing over and over. You know what we can guarantee, though? We can pretty much guarantee that Fox Business is not going to be covering this. So probably be on the border wall or vaccines. Let's see.
That's a 50% savings. Perfect for travel.
Even worse. Oh, my God. Oh, gosh. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Bloomberg TV. Don't I already have that up, though? Pretty sure I do. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. People, come on. If we wanted this, we'd go to C-SPAN. We don't need everybody playing the same crap. Oh, I can't handle it. Oh. Canoe down 6%, Open Door down 5%, Neo down 5%, C3AI down 4.8%, AMC's down 5%. Wait, where did GameStop go? Oh, there it is. Almost 19% down now. Not at all-time lows of the day. But, okay. Upstart, still 12% up. Hopefully whoever had the puts yesterday sold them. It's a problem with options. Yeah, it's time. The buy and the sell. Ugh. All right. Here, Barney's not going to talk about Janet. Janet Yellen.
Yeah. Why are they rallying?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Why are they rallying when Intel announces plans to build 2 giant chip plants in Arizona?
Well, that's because the AMATs of the world, the KLAs, the Lam Research, I'll even throw in the ASMLs. These are all chip suppliers, meaning they supply the parts. And in AMAT's case, they help test the chips. And that's because Intel, by the way, Intel has come back down a lot from its early rally. We're now down in the session, which I found surprising. Despite the fact that Intel is down, they are still investing $20 billion into those 2 chip factories.
That's true. They were the only thing that was green in like the pre-market. Well, that's not true, but they were pretty up in the green in the pre-market.
As becoming just a purely chip design company and outsourcing their chip production to Taiwan and the TSMCs in the world. So the fact that they are keeping their production in-house in America is a great thing for these chip suppliers. And that's helping rally the Philly Semiconductor Index today up 1.5%.
I'd just love to know why Intel, which when you and I were talking about 45 minutes ago, it was up about 2.5%, 3.5%.
Yeah.
Now it's on the downside. I wonder what happened. Maybe the expectations of investors were not met.
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. So if you look at all the tech stocks right now, they're all down because, again, we're looking at a cent in the 10-year yield. So this might be, again, part of that industry and that sector decline that we're seeing. But, you know, in terms of Arizona, I just want to quickly ask you, Stu, how much do you think that Intel is getting in the way of tax incentives to build those 2 fab plants in Arizona for $20 billion?
You want me to speculate on how much
I think a
tax
lot.
help
I'll
they got?
speculate.
I'd say a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, which state would?
All right, we're gonna pause on this here. Yes, still own Neo. Definitely still own my Neo. The goal really over the last about 10, 15 days here has been reducing margin, which we are starting to get close to my buys, to where I want to go big on buys again. And I'm waiting for that. But if this and so far the trend is I mean, oh my gosh, look at Xpeng. Yeah, so far the trend is such that every day we wait, we seem to get a couple of extra discounts here. Did a lot of buying a couple weeks ago. Now we're waiting for that sort of reload opportunity. Let's see how low Xpeng went, because I know they went into the 20s. I still think we could hit a double dip of going down to within 10% of the prior low. And see, previously it went down to 25, which that would put us around 27.50, which would be somewhere around here. And even if I went from the bottom of the candlestick, I'd still have some room to go on Xpeng before we even got close to this next target over here. Aurora's pretty close. They got to 50, and even at the bottom of the candlestick, about 54. So you can see there's still, I mean, relative to the last bottom that we had, there still appears to be some room for these declines and sort of the pain to continue. And that's what I'm prepping for is a potential big buy period here. See what happens. Okay. Let's go to. We can look at the notes as far as what's going on too, but let's take a quick peek here. Okay. Here we go.
If you pick up almost any newspaper in towns across Pennsylvania in the last week or so, a prominent story has been recurring all across the state. That is the story of mayors and township commissioners and county commissioners meeting to try to figure out what in the world they're going to do with this mountain of cash that just got dropped on them after having collected all the revenue they expected last year. In some cases, it's 50% of their entire budget. Really, just extraordinary. My question, I'll start with Chairman Powell. And what I'd like to do, Mr. Chairman, is follow up on the conversation we had last week. I want to kind of understand how the recent Fed projections fit together, because in some ways there are some apparent outliers, at least.
Boring. Okay, so Brown questions about how regulators incorporate climate change risks. Okay, what else do we have here? Now fastball. Do banks buying back stocks help the recovery? Over to Toomey now. Powell reiterates how he said yesterday the Fed has a responsibility to look at how climate change would impact financial institutions. Janet Yellen says financial institutions look healthier now and should have the ability under rules to make returns to shareholders. Okay. Companies are now strong. Companies should have some ability to buy back their stock. Okay. All right. Yeah, other than that testimony, I don't know, there's not much going on. The testimony is not helping. We've got, what's going on here? This is the 5-year at 0.82. Volatility back up over 20. And the 10-year at 1.64. All right. Yeah, let's see here. V Auto, Xpeng, 7%-ish, 7.5 to 8% down. Canoe's down 6.4, under 13. Yeah, see, we're getting closer to some big buy numbers again. I mean, Neo, honestly, at 38, that's not bad. That's not bad. So somebody's asking if technical analysis is in the course. You know, it will be in the future, and it's something that I want to add in the future is in order. It's going to be a little more fundamental analysis, options. I'll probably mix options in, and then TA. I would never planned on doing options and TA in the course because of just the overall direction the course takes you on. But I think learning those is going to be very, very good. So we're going to be adding those. Those will get added for free, which is cool because that way, like, for example, if you locked in the pricing today before the price goes up for the courses on Friday night, I think the pricing goes up, you'll get access to those when the lectures come out. Okay, what else is going on here? So look at this. On the day here, let's zoom out and see what's happening on the day here. See, now we're getting the red candlesticks here on the recoveries. Somebody says somebody's spamming. Who's spamming doom and gloom? Okay. Okay, I don't know. So, all right. Anyway, Oh, thanks, Conscious. Look forward to having you. Okay, almost 10% here on Upstart. Really nice runs on Upstart. I really want to buy Upstart, but not at these levels. There are a lot of things I'd be interested in buying. Like, I don't know. I was looking at Corsair Gaming a little bit yesterday. I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. They're trading today with the recovery stocks. It's interesting. Yeah. Their valuation is very reasonable. Valuation-wise, Corsair is very reasonable. Like you can't really compare them to a tech stock. Just more of a regular kind of product biz. Neo. Okay, Neo's recovering a little bit here. Yeah. Microvision. It's at 15. That's not bad. You know, it could be way worse for Microvision. You got to give it to them. You know, like they're holding up. They are holding up. We got Etsy. Okay, so we got a little bit of a rebound here. You know, it looks like we had a low in the day of around 10.19, 10.18, somewhere around here. We got okay, let's see here. Teladoc. All these guys down about 3% over here. Churchill also. Look at this. Oh, wow. That's scary. You know, it is scary. Yeah, we talked a little bit about C3AI, how they're basically way lower than IPO price. But this is so scary. We drew this box how long ago? Breaks into our box here with a long red candlestick. Literally bounces. I mean, this is for a box that's like a month old. That's pretty scary that it came over here and it bounced off like that. That's crazy. Yeah. The course is worth it. Changing my mentality on how I view money has been far more valuable to me than any stock advice, which is also incredible. Get the course if you haven't already. Ah, Justin. They're going to call you a plant too. I should honestly, I should be documenting the feedback and have these screenshots. I mean, that's so nice. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, you get a lot of stuff. It's not just when I buy or sell, like my alerts or my rants, which I give you as well on the market or the suits or whatever. But it's also the lectures, the psychology portion, the live streams for Q&A. You know, people asking obviously about real estate stocks, credit lines, business credit. We get all the questions. Liability, LLCs, talk about all of it. Tax savings. Tricks. I like tricks. Tricks are good. Anyway, yeah, I mean, really impressive a rebound here on the Rico stocks, but nothing's really changing here. The Rico's doing good. The Redfin's at $67 is under 70. That's a good price. And let's see. Okay, let's do this. Let's make a little Juan says the course is definitely worth it. And somebody else says I double clicked. I can't hear you. That is good. That's a good one. All right, let's make a little list. Okay. Would you do a discount if you and a family member want the course? Email Kevin@meetkevin.com and ask that question. Okay, so what's cheap? Well, maybe I should make a list of what's not cheap, and that'd be shorter. Okay, what would I be remotely interested in purchasing today? Okay, well, let's see here. I'm actually going to sort by symbol here. Let's do a quick peek at this, and then we'll look at the blog too to see what Yellen and Powie are talking about. Oh, Airbnb has fallen a little bit. Nice. See, yeah, it's been pretty volatile here, but still, I mean, it's down. Okay. I don't know. Still, I don't know. I like Airbnb, but I don't know. We'll see. A firm I'm staying away from. C3AI, I have to say, This one just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. I'm going to write that down. In fact, let's look at the Bloomberg terminal here really quick. Let's see how rich these future earnings are being priced. I swear, like people, there's no way so many people are coming out with these nice things to say here. The course was surprising. I thought it would be dry and technical, but it is far from it. Very good for creating a healthy approach to finance and succeed with it. Jeez, man, this is too nice. Stop it. No. Focus, Kevin. Focus. Focus on the numbers. That's it. I'm not looking at the chat anymore. Focus. All right. So C3AI. This is actually surprising to me how relatively small they still are. You know, end of January, $6.7 billion market cap. We got revenues projected of in 2022 of $239 million. We're actually negative, still cash losing biz in 2022 per estimates here. These are Wall Street consensus estimates. Can I go out to profitability here? No. Is there a path to profitability? Well, we go out to 2024, and the answer is no. So we have a company with an infinite P ratio all the way out through 2024. I mean, if we want to see infinite P ratio, we could go to DocuSign. Let's go to DocuSign for a sec. Oh, DocuSign. DocuSign. Okay, what do we got here? $230. Let's see here. Sorry, $230. What am I saying? I think I would talk more coherently if I went and got a beer right now. Okay, DocuSign, are they ever gonna make freaking money? Where's the positive EPS? Okay, here we go. We do go positive. Okay, where do we go positive? Oh, soon. Oh, good. Consensus estimates are that in 2022, DocuSign will actually be positive. So if we look at a 2023, between 2023 and 2024, with a PE of about 100, we get that EPS around $2. I mean, DocuSign's really good because it's very sticky. Like, I signed up for get up here. Oh, no. If this continues, maybe that'll happen one of these mornings. And we're not there yet. Not quite there yet. DocuSign's very fascinating to me. I like it under 200. But DocuSign, I just personally, and this is just an anecdote, I signed up for DocuSign in 2013, and I don't think I've ever canceled it. And I don't even DocuSign as much as I used to, but I still have it. I should probably just cancel it, but I still use it. It's just so useful. Yeah, no, because we use it with all our tenants. I couldn't cancel it. What am I talking about? It's because Lauren does it all now. I'm not logging into it anymore. She's doing it. Shout out to Lauren. Shout out to Meet Lauren. Somebody go tell her on her channel to make a freaking video again. What is this? This is crap. There are scammers on my YouTube channel impersonating me. You spent $5 to tell me something that is very true and very annoying. You should seriously take action because they're flooding your videos. I do. I've gone into Clubhouse to yell at YouTube, but in addition to that, let me show you how this works really quick, and then I want to get we're gonna listen to the summary here next of what Powell and Yellen are saying. But let's see here. Okay, so this is how this works. This is like literally me every 30 minutes. Okay, every 30 minutes. And when I'm not streaming, it's like every 5 minutes. So I go to the comments, read the comments y'all leave. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not. So are you able to apply now? Yes, you can apply now. Google rental assistance and your county. All right, I leave a little reply. Look, this is me. I get a little highlight in my name. Here's the scammer. Meet Kevin. Thank you for watching. Endeavor to write as soon for more enlightenment or tips. And so I can hide this user from the channel. And that hides all of that person's crap. All of it from their channel gets hidden. So they've probably left like 50 comments. See? They probably left like 50 comments. So that's hidden now. But here's the problem. All these people get an email of the reply. And he's just going to make a new account. And he'll be back in 2 minutes. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's a YouTube failure. It's a YouTube failure. Okay, let's go back to what Powell and Janet are talking about. But it's very frustrating. And so if you see those spammers in the chat, just know it's total spammer. Total scammer. You know what I'll even sometimes do? Because of the email reply, I made a shortcut to reply. But there's only so much I can do. It's insane. It sucks. It really sucks. It's very frustrating. GameStop's down 18% now. Costs down 9.64%. API, what happened? Oh my gosh. API is down almost 9% on the day. Why? Let's click on Webull here. Remember to get yourself 2 free stocks with Webull. Go to metcalvin.com/Webull and get up to $1,850 for free by signing up for the stock trading platform Webull. Link down below or go to metcalvin.com/Webull. All right, Microvision 6%, Xpeng. Xpeng's not that full 7% anymore. Trying to bounce off the bottom here. Oh, that's right. We were totally got distracted off looking at things we wanted to look at. Okay, so I mean I know I could write down Neo and Xpeng. C3 AI is going to have a problem in this environment because there's no path to profitability right now, at least that Wall Street sees, and that's going to be very rough in this kind of environment. Beyond is getting close. Not there yet, but it's getting close. And so is CCIV. CCIV, like in the 22s, this is starting to get juicy. CCIV, Beyond. What else? Yeah, we're getting close to juicy levels here. CRISPR, I mean, I've been eyeballing CRISPR for a very long period of time. And I have to say, it keeps getting cheaper. It's also attractive. It's getting juicy. Yeah, what else here? Yeah, DocuSign. Docu. What else here? Enphase, no doubt. Enphase is there's no way Enphase over the next 10 years is not going to the moon. Not guaranteed, not financial advice. If you lose money, grab a beer, don't sue me, bro. Fastly, Fisker. And remember, you only lose if you sell. So as long as you don't paper hand, you're good. It's fine. It's just money in a fire pit. Who cares? Oh, look at this. We are running basically to the line. Oh, look at this on the day. Oh, that's scary, folks. That is so scary. Look at that. It touched the line and bounced off the line. It's roughly there now. Oh, yeah. Alphabet. See, Alphabet, Google, Amazon, they just haven't sold off so crazily. Rather get some of the big discounts. Lemonade's getting close. That CEO interview was very good, by the way. If you have not yet watched the Lemonade CEO video, watch it. It's good. It's good. Like Lemonade? Bye! NGA 1850. Staying away from these, though. How is CIIG doing? Oh, my gosh! Oh, that's the warrant. Oh, okay. I'm like, there's no way. Let's do C. There we go. I was going to say, oh, no, it's also down. I was going to say it's down like 9%. But yeah, it's down like 5.9. Like, what? But I think my shock was that I thought for a moment it was at $9, which was under SPAC price. So sorry for shouting, but I totally hit the warrant. Like, I would have vomited if that was under $10 because I know it's been sitting in the 20s. So sorry for shouting, but that was a little shocking. That's jarring. Palantir is now under 23. Oh, we are What is this? Bounces off the line over here on the day chart, and it's going back to the low charts. See on the minute here. There we go. Palantir under 23. Ooh, that's juicy. I'll put that down. Palantir. Roblox, Redfin, Steelcase, Teladoc, Tesla. Tesla's not quite there. Voyager Digital. As like the more volatile Bitcoin is, by the way, the more of these ups and downs you see, the more investing in these companies is very interesting. I still have to make my full video on it. There's been too much news for me to get to it though. But yeah. Man, 3 beers deep already. Oh man. Well, then you should apply to be part of the Rust group. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. All right. Somebody, that's a bummer. I was gonna read somebody say real review of Kevin's stock, and then it literally just went away. Well, we can see that though in the replay. I wanted to read it. Oh well. We've got another. Let's see. I'm sure I can get it later. Chat. I'm sorry. I don't mean to miss super chats. But I had to go through all my. It'll come back later when the super chats replay. All right. Let's see. Here's a $15. Every company has gone up during COVID-19 this past year. Most are 5x over valuation. With markets dropping, can they even hold 2.5% of valuation through this drop season? Thoughts? Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see as crazy of a fall as what we had seen, so I'm not so worried about it. Would the course have value outside the U.S.? Yeah, I think 90% applies. I think the problem is just the tax portion that we cover, because you really want to connect with a CPA and maybe take some of the ideas and apply it. Justin Kale says, psychology portion of the course alone is worth the full price. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Does YouTube allow you to hire channel moderators? I don't hire them. Some people just volunteer. So let's see here. Okay. Oh, weird Chrome extension that allows you to spam YouTube comments. Well, that'll do it. You helped change my perspective on how to trade stocks from South Africa. Oh, thank you for saying that. Super cool. Appreciate that. Buy target for Square. I just lowered it to 200 actually. So that's a good question. Look at Ride. Bought in at 25. Have a good laugh. I feel sorry. I don't want to laugh at you, but I know that Ride has gotten wrecked. Oh man, $12. Oh. Yeah, I know. I do believe that this has been substantially oversold. I do believe that, and I do think that when they begin to manufacture in September, this has got a rebound. But yeah, I mean it's going back to SPAC purchase price. Tesla's actually coming up a little bit here. Oh, so we haven't looked at the live blog here for a moment about Powie and Yelly. So let's do that. Let's go to the live blog. Where can I get it? All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay. Inflation has averaged 1.7% in the last 10 years. Powell says fiscal support deserves much of the credit for the recovery. He's basically saying, don't look at me in the money printer. Wasn't my fault. Yeah, good one, Jerome. We believe that. Fed chair repeats monetary stimulus support to stay for as long as possible. Yellen says banks should have some ability to buy back stocks. Yellen's worry is that economic pain will continue. I prefer this over listening to the whole thing. Fed's most recent forecast. Powell won't disclose his personal forecast, but says the FOMC's median is 6.5% for GDP, calling it very strong. Okay. What is this? There's an interesting point from Yellen earlier. The assumption in general tends to be that crowding out private investment is a bad thing. Yellen says, well, no, not necessarily. And of course, there have been times when private investment hasn't been productive. Think of the excess of the tech boom in the late 90s. Okay. This is going to be a very strong year from a growth standpoint, says Powell. What else here? Powell said he didn't expect out of control inflation, but that the Fed has tools to guide the rate back to 2%, should that happen. That's a powerful statement. That could be leading to some comfort in the market. We don't know what those tools are. Raising rates a lot. Be cool if he dove into those. Okay, Yellen says that because of a low interest rate environment, her view on how much the federal government can borrow has changed. In other words, let's borrow more. It's because she used to be really anti all the borrowing that was going on. At least a few years ago when she was sort of on the speaking circuit. Powell continues to view the run-up in yields in recent weeks to essentially being a statement of confidence. Right. Thanks, Powell. Okay, cool. Let's look at the yields as well, because we are getting a little bit of a rebound in the market, which is nice. We've got the 10 at 1.64, 5 at 0.82, volatility under 20 again. Okay, so let's see if that corresponds with any kind of recovery on the day. Let's go to all stocks. Okay, so GameStop, pretty stable around down 18%. API bouncing off the bottom. Xpeng trying to bounce off the bottom. BYD getting obliterated here, down 7.5%. Li Auto down 7%. QuantumScape 6.83%. MP Materials 5%. Peloton 5%. Fastly, Invite, Canoe all 4.5 to 5% down. ChargePoint down. Etsy down. DocuSign, C3AI. C3AI actually not down as much as it was, and neither is DocuSign. Yeah, both of them are rallying a little bit here. Okay, so we do have a bounce, which is nice. Nice bounce off the bottom. You have Dave & Buster's leading gains right now. Where'd GameStop? Oh, sorry, GameStop's not leading gains. Where's Upstart? There it is, Upstart. Dave & Buster's is leading the gains, but Upstart still up 7%. Not as high as it was. It's up almost 11% at one point. Bitcoin at 56.5. Wynn Resorts, Delta, Cheesecake all up 3 to 4%. Nice. Good balance here. EXPI still under 50, but up about 1.7%. Enphase. Okay. Yeah. Pretty consistent here. Let's see here. Market is rebounding. That's cool. That is cool. Let's see. How did we already go through an hour and a half? Jeez. I have to say I'm surprised. Market's rebounding here. But wow, it's already been an hour and a half of us chatting. That's cray-cray. Oh, there goes GameStop again, down 20% right now. So in 1 hour, I will be live with course members answering your questions. Probably do some, we'll see if we can do some high conviction analysis as well. Those are always fun to do. So yeah, I think it's pretty consistent here. Having a little bit of a rebound, which is nice. Looking at the market notes on the top live blog. Yeah, Republicans worried about tax increases. Yellen said they're working on guidance. A lot of thorny issues to work out. Yeah, nothing majorly really changing here. So, okay, cool. Well, I think that's a great way to end it. Appreciate y'all being here. We got a little bit of rebound. That's a good time to go. So use that coupon code. Does expire on Friday, and then the price does go up. So hope to see you there, folks. Thank you for being here. We'll see you next time.